Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're setting the stage to plan the absolute ultimate action-packed day trip. We're going to be seamlessly combining incredible natural beauty, ancient history, and some pulse-pounding adventure, all set in the stunning Purbeck countryside in Dorset. Really, if you're looking to figure out how to structure a day out that combines crazy adventure at the park with other fantastic local attractions, something that satisfies everyone from the history buff to the total adrenaline junkie, well, you are exactly in the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this itinerary. First up, arriving at Corfe Castle. Second, the Wibbit Water Park Challenge. Third, conquering the Mud Trail. Fourth, we'll hit park logistics and inclusivity. And fifth, exploring the local attractions to wind down your day.
Right, so here's how we map this whole thing out chronologically to build that perfect day. We'll kick things off at 10 a.m., really soaking in the history and those incredible views at Corfe Castle. Then, right around midday, we shift gears entirely, ramping up the energy at Dorset Adventure Park for some serious high-octane thrills. And finally, around 4 p.m., once we've, thoroughly exhausted ourselves, we'll transition into a much-needed period of relaxation at some gorgeous local sites like the Blue Pool.
Section 1. Arriving at Corfe Castle, a historic foundation.
Now, Corfe Castle isn't just some old pile of rocks. It was actually one of the country's great strongholds. It was built way back in 1086, and it was famously defended by Lady Banks during the English Civil War. And even though she bravely held off the attackers, the castle was betrayed from within and ultimately destroyed by parliamentarians in 1646, just to prevent it from ever being used again. Today, these really evocative ruins sit peacefully in the landscape. It's this serene, historical tranquility that honestly provides the perfect contrast to the modern mayhem we're about to experience just a stone's throw away.
And that brings us right to the absolute centerpiece of our itinerary. Just beside those historic ruins, nestled in a valley that spans 18 acres of picturesque woodland, is the Dorset Adventure Park. This is where nature literally meets adventure, and it is pretty much guaranteed to be the most memorable part of your day out.
Section 2. The Wibbit Water Park Challenge, Wet and Wild Mayhem.
So you have a really tough choice ahead of you right now, or hey, maybe an epic double feature. And this brilliantly illustrates your options. On one hand, you've got the water park, a massive, floating, total wipeout-style Wibbit inflatable course that spans over 200 meters. But on the other hand, for those who kind of prefer terra firma, there's the Mud Trail. This is a massive 2-kilometer multi-obstacle assault course that is totally designed to test your stamina and, well, completely ruin your clothes. You can choose one, or if you're feeling super ambitious, you can tackle the whole shebang. Let's zoom in on the water park first. It's actually set right across two distinct, fully lifeguarded lakes, Woodland Lake and Castle Lake. And Castle Lake has these amazing views of the ruins we just talked about. You're going to navigate an incredible array of obstacles. There's the Rock, featuring 5 jumping platforms of various heights, and the total fan favorite, the Flip Bag, where you and a friend actually work together to launch each other straight into the air. Oh, and I have to ask, do you think you have what it takes to balance your way across the plank without taking a massive tumble? And don't stress about the gear either. You can hire a wetsuit on arrival for just £5 and grab the mandatory grippy aqua socks for £2.50.
Now, when you're dealing with deep water and high inflatables, safety is obviously the absolutely crucial concern for anyone planning a trip. But as this one TripAdvisor review perfectly captures, the lifeguards here aren't just whistleblowers sitting up in a tower. Dorset Adventure Park is an RLSS UK industry-approved aquapark. Their lifeguards are super interactive, they're constantly assessing confidence levels, and they make sure everyone is having an absolute blast while keeping safety front and center.
Section 3. Conquering the Mud Trail. Memories last a lifetime.
All right, welcome to the Mud Trail. This is an exhilarating 2-kilometer course packed with rope climbs, cargo nets, and literal muddy trenches. You're going to slip, you're going to slide, and you will absolutely end up covered head to toe in muck. It's practically a rite of passage. It's fantastic training for events like Tough Mudder, but mostly it's really just about laughing from start to finish. Just a quick pro tip for this one, you absolutely must bring old clothes and shoes that you do not mind ruining. Oh, and bring a bin bag for your wet gear afterwards, unless you want to completely destroy your car's upholstery on the ride home.
Section 4. Park Logistics and Inclusivity. Rules of Engagement.
So the crucial point is understanding these specific restrictions, which do vary depending on which attraction you choose. For the water park, participants need to be at least 6 years old, over 110 centimeters tall, and, this is a big one, they must be able to confidently swim 25 meters unaided. The Mud Trail is slightly more accessible for the little ones, with a minimum age of just 4. Those shoes are strictly mandatory. Also, keep an eye on the strict supervision ratios. For children under 8, you need 1 adult for every 2 kids on the water and 1 adult for every 3 kids on the mud. and the maximum weight for both attractions is 115 kilograms.
So why are they so strict about these rules, particularly that 25-meter swimming requirement? Well, it's all because of this number right here, 2.5. According to the park's official risk assessments, the water depth must be at least 2.5 meters to safely accommodate the high inflatable elements and those jumping platforms. This is serious aquatic fun, guys, and their strict protocols ensure it stays completely safe for everyone involved.
But hey, strict safety definitely doesn't mean a lack of inclusivity. Actually, Dorset Adventure Park goes way out of its way to accommodate guests with special educational needs. They run dedicated SEN sessions specifically designed to create a much calmer, more accessible environment. They do this by capping the session sizes, increasing the lifeguard support, and heavily reducing sensory input, like limiting the use of those loud whistles. They also do a really gentle managed entry into the water, and they provide a complimentary essential companion ticket for anyone who requires assistance. It's just a wonderfully thoughtful initiative to ensure everybody gets to experience the adventure.
Section 5. Exploring the local attractions. Unwinding in the Purbeck countryside.
Let's move to and see how this builds out the rest of your afternoon with a sort of choose-your-own-adventure menu for winding down. First, you could head over to the vintage railway station right in Corfe Castle Village and catch an authentic steam train with the Swanage Railway. Second, if you somehow literally still have energy to burn, you can rent a bike from Cycle Experience at Purbeck Park and cycle the beautiful trails right down to the sea. Or, third, you can take a really short drive to one of Dorset's hidden gems for a lovely cream tea.
And that hidden gem? It's the Blue Pool. Located a mere 3 miles away from Corfe Castle, this tranquil nature reserve is set deep in the woodlands. It's famous for waters that miraculously shift in color from blue to turquoise to green. After the chaotic, muddy trenches of the adventure park we just survived, stepping into the pristine, colorful tranquility of the Blue Pool's woodland setting is just the absolute perfect counterbalance. You can walk the woods, hunt for fairy doors, or simply sit in the tea room and reflect on what a day you've had.
I mean, from 11th century castle ruins to massive floating obstacle courses, muddy trenches, vintage steam trains, and turquoise pools, Dorset really truly does offer the ultimate day out. So, looking at this incredible itinerary we've just put together, which part of the Purbeck countryside are you going to conquer first?